What is up guys, Asura592 here, and in today's video I'll be highlighting 5 common mistakes made by low rank players that cause them to stop climb. These are just a few things that players do or don't do that may cause them to lose a lot of their games. I myself made a few of these mistakes at the beginning, but if remedied, you will be able to carry your games and climb rank in no time. The first and most commonly made mistake would be poor vision. Vision is important at all stages of the game, whether you're ahead or behind. If you are ahead, you want to be placing more aggressive scout traps in the opposing side of the map. This will expand your field of vision and keep you updated on the enemy's position. If behind, then place more defensive scout traps, because typically when behind, the enemy will try to invade and take your jungle to keep up the pressure. If warded, you will be better equipped to deal with the situation. Another point would be to deny the enemy's vision. If you get a pick or want a big team fight, try throwing down a few flares to check for enemy scout traps and destroy them whilst placing your own, thus denying the enemy's vision and gaining some for your team as well as map control. I can't stress this enough guys, vision wins games. The second mistake, and this is another big one, are poor item builds. It doesn't matter how much gold you have or how good you are at farming. If your first item on Carry Ringo is Fountain or War Threads, you will be having little to no impact in the game, and even if the enemy has less gold but better items, they will be doing more. Another mistake in relation to poor item selection is that players tend to buy the same items every game. Yes, there is such a thing as core items, but a lot of it depends on each game and what champions you're facing. Item builds are not set in stone and should be purchased depending on the current situation. By getting the most out of all your items, you directly improve your chances of being effective and carrying your games. The third mistake is the inability to keep up the pressure and end games. It is safe to say that games in higher rank finishes a lot faster than those in lower ones. Not just because of skill level, but because if ahead, higher rank players tends to focus more on objectives and ending the game, whereas in lower ranks, the objectives control is pretty bad, so the pace of the game doesn't really change if a team is ahead. They don't push objectives, they don't deny the enemy jungler's farm, and they don't keep up the pressure. The downside to this sort of play is that it allows the opposing team to find windows of opportunity back into the game. For example, a jungler that's ahead will oftentimes just continue to farm rather than pressure the enemy carry and take towers. Here's a few tips that will help you to carry your games and end games sooner. Focus objectives more, constantly apply pressure on the map, and apply more vision on the map. The number 4 on this list is Champion's Pick and how players view Champ Select. Now I'm sure you guys are all too familiar with players who auto-lock whatever champion they wish to play without considering what's on his team and what's on the enemy's team. This is bad. Your pick should usually be aimed at countering your opponent's strategy while still maintaining a cohesive team comp of your own. In my opinion, there are 3 guidelines when picking a champion. Pick what you're good at, pick what your team needs, and pick what works well versus the enemy's team. If you follow these guidelines, you should have no problem finding a champion that is essential for any situation. The final mistake, and really the mother of all mistakes, is that players give up way too soon. I've won lots of games that I shouldn't have just because me or my team didn't give up. Usually the team that's ahead, if they're not Team Phoenix or TSM, will oftentimes make mistakes. But if you give up, you won't be there to capitalize on those mistakes and get back into the game. You can't win the fight if you don't fight, so don't give up guys. So that's it for the mistakes that players make in lower ranks. These are just a few things that you can work on to become a better player. If you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. This is Asura592 and I'll see you guys next time.